welcome to another episode of Stamp Time with Miss Jane. Today I'm going to be creating a fun fold card. Now this is a fun fold card that I've not seen anywhere else before. So I was going to create a double gatefold card, and then I thought I would add some angles to it. And I'm calling it the Angled Double Gatefold Card. Now just cut out a poinsettia from the Boughs of Holly Designer Series paper because this is going on my project today. Here's a heap I prepared earlier. This is the card that inspired it all, my Angled Gatefold card. So it's just a one angle, here, 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 and it's my Angled Gatefold card. So today I'm going to create one called a double Angled Gatefold card. So I need to bring in my trimmer. I have a sheet of Boughs of Holly Designer Series paper. Now I'm going to cut this at 14.9 centimeters. This is the size of an Aussie card. If you stick around, I will create a card that's in inches for you. But I will actually be using some inches in this card today. I like to mix it up. So this is the size of the card. The top to bottom size is the 14.9. It is still 12 inches along, and I am actually going to score this in inches. Now I could cut it a little bit off and have it at 30 centimeters and score it at 5, 10 and so on, but I am going to score this in inches today. So first one is going to be scored at 2 inches, next at 4 inches, next at 8 inches, bringing this over a tad, hopefully, and at 10 inches. So if I just go ahead and crease these folds, then I can see where I'm working from. Now to create the angles that I wish to create, I'm going to measure down from the top right corner. I'm going to measure down 7 centimeters and pop a mark there. So I have 7 centimeters. I have a white pencil. Maybe I can see that a little bit better on the dark paper. And then from the very bottom in, mark at 2 centimeters. Okay. Then on the other side, on the left-hand side, from top down, I'm going to do exactly the same. I'm going to mark that at 7 centimeters. And from the bottom left in, I am going to mark that at 2 centimeters. Then bringing back in my trimmer, I am going to cut from my, say that's my 8-inch mark, to my 7 centimeters. So lining that up in the track, to there and to there, and chopping this triangle off. And then from my 7 centimeter mark to my 2 centimeter mark at the very bottom, and I'm going to chop that one off as well. So that gives me an angle. And then do exactly the same on the other side. So I'm going to turn this totally upside down to do that. So I have my 7 centimeter to my 4-inch mark and chop that one off. And then from my 7 centimeter point that I just chopped to my 2 centimeter point that I just have marked, chop that up. Okay, so I'm going to fold this in and this one out and this one in and this one out. I have an double angled gatefold card. And now I just need to decorate my card. So my inside, I have a shaded spruce piece at 9.5 by 14.4. And that is my first layer that will go in here. And then I have a piece of basic white at 9 centimeters by 13.9 centimeters. Now I am going to stamp a sentiment on that. So I have my real red. I have a Joyful Christmas to You and Yours, which is from the Merriest Moments stamp set. Beautiful Christmas stamp set. And stamp that on with some real red. Now the piece that I just was cutting, I need a corner piece. So I'm going to pop a corner piece in the right hand corner. Now there's a purpose I'm doing it on the right hand corner, because you'll see the other image is on the left when I do my front of the card. So glue that down. So my basic white to the shaded spruce, and my shaded spruce, isn't that a beautiful green for Christmas? Gorgeous green. And my shaded spruce piece in the middle of my card. And that is a decorated inside. For the front of the card, I have another poinsettia that I have fussy cut. Now I just want to add a little bit of an embellishment to this. Now the way I've done this embellishment is using the Merriest frames and the hybrid embossing folder. Now I have a piece of the golden rose gold metallic specialty paper, so just in the gold. Now this die will fit inside the embossing folder, and what I want to do is cut some gold holly leaves, and these are just to accent my card. Now all I need to do is place the gold down on top of where I want the leaves, fold it up. Okay, so, and what I'm going to get is a cut these 3 leaves out. So I'm going to run that through my Stamper Cut Emboss machine. I'm going to open this up and remove this. I have these 3 golden holly leaves. Now I do like to cut them closer to the leaf. So all I need to do is to grab a mini glue dot on that side and a mini glue dot on this side, and then work out where I want these accents. So somewhere on that side and down the bottom for these ones. It just gives a little nice little accent there. Now I can add some dimensionals to this now. And then I have already die cut a scalloped edge shaded spruce circle and a basic white stitched circle. Add that together. Okay, remove my dimensional backings and pop that up on my circle. Now this is where putting this image on the right comes into play, because I'm going to stick this image onto the left hand side. So I'm going to add some tape. So some tape on the left, and I will also add some tape to this part of the card, because this is where I want the circle to stick. So I know exactly where I can put my tape. Oh, and she rips it all off. Popping that off. Turning this over, and there I have an angled double gatefold card. So you've got the spotty bits here, and you've got the little bits of poinsettia image and the poinsettia image on the back, and open it out and you've got the spotty images as well. So you can just, when that pops open, you can see both images there. And how's that for a fun fold today? Now I've already created others in this Boughs of Holly Designer Series paper, so I'll show you those ones. I have the same one with the smaller poinsettias, okay, and also the bigger version. So this one is just the red on the inside and the bigger poinsettias on the back, and that one's the same. And then I have this one, which has got the holly from Merriest Moments and Together is the Merriest Place to Be, Season's Greetings. So it's got all this beautiful Christmassy imagery on the back and the greeny stripes. And this one has the trees from Trees for Sale and Christmas Greetings, thinking of you this festive season. So it's got the green on the inside and all the trees on the background. This one has got what I like to call an army pattern. This looks very army pattern. It's a bit bizarre, but it kind of works with this, like a really nice poinsettia and some gold, and then you've got all the gorgeous berries and leaves on the back side. These are my Angled Double Gatefold cards. So fun. Now, if you've stuck around to the very end, I will now show you how I would create this in inches. It's the same, but just with inches. So, bringing my trimmer again, and I have a piece of the Fitting Florets Designer Series paper. Now with this one, you kind of need to work out that this would be your upside, like don't do it sideways or upside down. So I'm going to cut my cardstock this way because this will be my top and the bottom. So for an inches card, so it's already in 12 inches along, and I will cut it 5.5 inches. So chop that there. Then turn it around and score exactly the same way as I did for my card, because I did do my scoring in inches. So scoring at 2 inches, 4 inches, 8 inches, and 10 inches. Okay, now this is also where your inches come into play. So on this case, I'm going to score down both sides at 2 3/4 of an inch. So 2 3/4 is here. Mark this one in pencil. I've got that there. Okay, and from the, can't pick that up. And from the bottom corner in at 3/4 of an inch. So mark that here, and exactly the same on the other side. So 2 3/4 from the side and 3/4 of an inch on the bottom of this side. Same deal, going to cut from the 8-inch score line to the 2 3/4 of an inch mark down the side. So pop. If you need to mark that to see it a little bit better, you can do that as well. So from there to there, get that in your track, and chop. And then from your 3/4 of an inch to your 2 3/4 inches, chop up the side and the other side. So from here to, again, if you can't see this, you can give a little mark. So it's the 4-inch score line to 4 inch to your 2 3/4 of an inch. Okay, and the very bottom from your 2 3/4 to your 3/4 of an inch. And then give it a fold. Work out what way we want this to go. And that is, now the difference is that it's a bit shorter. It's shorter than an Aussie card. And generally they're shorter and fatter. So this one is, so for you to do your layer, your first layer inside is going to be, first layer is 3 3/4 of an inch this way by 5 1/4 inch this way. That's your first layer. And your second layer is 3 1/2 inches this way by 5 inches this way. And then decorate the front as you wish. But this one will make a nice pretty card too, with the blues and succulent green. I'll bring them all in again, and I'd love to know which one you like the best. So there's the small poinsettias, the trees, the Merriest Moments poinsettia with the gold. There's the same. There's the holly berries, and there's the larger poinsettias. See the smaller to the larger poinsettias. So there you have it. A nice fun fold card for Christmas or any occasion. Could make this one any occasion. So I actually might turn it into a thank you card. I think I need a thank you card. So that's what this one's going to turn out to be. Thank you for spending some time with Miss Jane today. Now I will link in my description my online store, and these products are currently while supplies last. So you'll need to hop in quick if there's anything here that you've seen that you'd like to purchase. That's if you live in Australia. And I'll also link the measurements down below as well, and a link to my Angled Gatefold card. So if you haven't created one of these ones, you can give this card a try to create as well. And until next time, keep smiling, keep stamping. Bye.